There were a lot of times that living in that house with my grandmother, and when I moved in when I was 16 years old, where I witnessed uh, the things that my mom and her best friend Rachel, they both, they both got out of the car. Well, her best friend did. She got out of the car. Not only that she got out of the car, my belongings in my bag, all my belongings were in a black trash bag. Trash bag. So what happened was she threw my stuff on the curb. She threw all my belongings on that curb. And I got so upset because some of my belongings fell out of the bag. So so she threw herself on my curb on my grandmother's property. My mother's best friend threw all my belongings on my grandmother's property. And the next thing she did was she got back in the car and she left. And I never saw my mother until I got older, around maybe in my 20s, because my grandmother got custody of me and my brother because the court said she was an unfit mother. She was unstable and she was irresponsible. She was misusing the money that she was supposed to use it for to pay her bills and rent. And she keep using it for unnecessary things, things that she wasn't even supposed to use that money for anything else. She was supposed to use that money for her rent, but she kept dodging the rent. So what happened was she got eviction, and she had to be put out of her place. She kept moving all around. She was in East Orange at one point, and then she moved to another part of East Orange. I think it was Orange or South Harrison Street. She moved over there. She got kicked out of that place, and she got kicked out of where it was right next to Newark, South Harrison Street. She got kicked out over there because she was arguing with the landlord at 9 o'clock in the morning, telling the landlord that I don't gotta pay you nothing. I don't gotta do nothing for you. So the landlord ended up going to court past summary judgment where he put the notice on her door that she gotta leave out of the house the next day. So what did my mom do? She blamed me for everything. She blamed me for everything that happened. And she doesn't want to take ownership. She doesn't want to take responsibility for her problems. And she think I have something to do with why she wasn't taking care of her responsibilities. I mean, she had to blame somebody. So I was the person that she blamed. Why? Because I was the golden child. The golden child don't usually the favorite, but they also have a target on their back. So she will blame me everything. And as soon as she got done blaming me, she became very violent towards me, but she would put her hand on me. And it was an ongoing thing where there was a lot of there was a lot of time when I kept telling her, "Stop putting your hand on me. Stop putting your hand on me. Stop putting your hand on me. Stop doing this." And she constantly keep doing it. So it got to the point where one day, and only so much of a person can take. So I was calm more than 20 minutes. And then something came over me where at the time I was battling my demons. Something came over me and I went into a rage and I snapped. So I hit her back. And then after I hit her, she stopped. And from that point on, she never put her hand on me ever again. That was the last time she ever did that again. And And then my narcissist grandmother. When I told, well, technically, I wasn't the one that told her the story about everything that happened. It was my brother. It was my little brother named Brett. My brother Bryant and Brett. They end up telling the whole story about everything that went on in the house between me and my mother. They told everything. I didn't tell everything. I kept quiet for so many years until I got older. That's when I'm able to tell my story now. I waited until I got older and older. At the age 30, that's when I come out and tell the truth. I kept quiet for all these years because I was a golden child. So I took the beating, I took the hits, I became a target. I carry all the load, the heavy weight on my back. And I had to deal with so many other things that I had to deal with that transpired of me being nonchalant and not caring about their feelings anymore. I shut down, I withdraw. I fell in depression. Uh, I started having suicidal thoughts, and I started experiencing mental health issues, uh, where PTSD, trauma. So I started suffering a lot of things that I suffered at the age 16. So after that, I just stopped caring. I just stopped caring. I ain't having my heart to care anymore about anything. It just wasn't there anymore. Because after everything that happened in my life, I just became very nonchalant, and I was battling with my demon. I consumed the demon inside of me, telling me I don't give a shit. And I just that's how it all happened. I just stopped caring about everything. I just didn't care no more. So that was the part of the story. I got more story on the way. This is just part of the story about what happened between me and my mother. It's more to the story than what it is. So I got more episode on the way. So stay tuned. Stick around for that.